You need energy for a modern economy. If you disrupt the energy supply significantly, that disrupts the world economy. And the world lost several percentage points of world output. There was a worldwide contraction. There was a spiral of inflation. It was called stagflation. The point is that the cutoff of supplies of oil and gas had a major disruptive effect on economies that lasted for many, many years beyond. The shocks that are underway right now are probably larger than the very significant shocks of the 1970s. The reason is we're not only having a disruption of the oil supply, we're having a destruction of the oil and gas infrastructure. A couple of days ago, Israel attacked Iran's major gas field, the South Pars field. In return, in retaliation, Iran attacked the Qatar big gas fields. The result is that we are losing a very significant percentage of the world's oil and gas supply. It's often said in our newspapers each day that the Strait of Hormuz in normal periods is passed by 20% of the world oil supply. But the disruption because of the destruction of the oil and gas fields and oil and gas port facilities could be even bigger than 20%, because around 31% of the world oil production takes place in this region. If the production is heavily damaged or destroyed, the economic consequences worldwide will be extremely severe. The natural gas is around 11 or 12% of the world supply, a little bit less because of greater amounts of gas being produced in the US and in Russia and elsewhere. But it's very significant and it's under direct military attack right now. So this is a crisis that will be very big. And that's why I want the world, and especially the world's leaders, to say to Israel and the United States, stop now before you ruin the entire world economy. Stop your aggression, go back home, allow a peace plan to be implemented, and stop ruining the whole world economy.
Well, on the other hand, if you look at just from the chains of impact, the oil price affected both the derivatives, the futures, and even affected US dollars, gold, and all these financial structures. And the petrochemical industry formed the foundation of a lot of modern industries, and that would have another chain effects affecting world economy. And then, not to say the environmental impacts, with all the PM 2.5 currently looming on Tehran, I just can't imagine how we undo such a damage to our economy, to our environment, and to our financial systems. So, Jeffrey, are we already at the point of no return? Are we still looking at perhaps a greener, better future with all the ideas of COP26, 27, and all these attempts trying to make the world a more livable place, a more sustainable place? Haven't we gone too far?
Well, first of all, the war should end now. It doesn't even need negotiation, as I said. The United States and Israel need to stop their aggression. Then that would allow the rest to take place. And if it doesn't happen soon, and there continues to be the destruction of the oil and gas, exactly what you said, and exactly correctly, the effects will be enormous. And not just at the gas pump is the point you're making. The effect of a cutoff of energy is felt through the entire economy, and therefore through the financial markets, through wealth, through debt crises, through bankruptcies, through loss of jobs. This is what a supply cutoff will do if it continues this way, and especially if the physical destruction of the oil and gas fields continues as the escalation is leading right now. That didn't happen in 1973, 74, or 1979, 80. In those periods, there was simply a stop of flow of the energy, but not a destruction of the energy. This time, there's a destruction of the energy. Now, when it comes to the meaning of this for the world, of course, if the war continues, nobody thinks of anything else. But if there is, when peace comes, every government should say, look how vulnerable and unstable our economy is because it's dependent on oil and gas that comes from a heavily concentrated region. It's a good reason, another reason, for moving to renewable energy, wind power, solar power, hydroelectric power, all of the zero carbon energy, in some places, if it's safe, nuclear energy. But the point is that the dependency of the world on these oil and gas flows has been known for decades. The advantages of clean air, safe climate, now very resilient systems and robust systems based on zero carbon power should come back into the priority for the governments of the world. So it's possible that there is a lesson learned from this disaster, and that is to accelerate the transformation away from fossil fuels towards zero carbon energy sources.
I know we have already reached the end of our agreed time, but I have a very important topic, so I would ask you to allow us to explore that. You have been traveling throughout the world. Just in the past 3-4 days, you moved from KL to Tokyo to
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角 ，KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主，我的最爱我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中，下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。